Good night, St. Philip South. Tonight is a good night, and I'm happy to be here with you. Special good night to all of you who are here on the grounds on one of our virtual platforms. A special good night to Brother Sherfield and his wonderful constituents of St. Philip South. A special shout out to my wonderful constituents of St. Paul's. A special shout out and good night to Team Redeem, the management team, the political leader, Harry Lovell. Good night, everybody. Tonight is a good night. Tonight is a good night. A good night. And I'm happy to be here with you. Over the past week, I've been having some real good conversations with some of the residents of St. Paul. And I want to share some of these with you. Because as we head into an election, we have to be aware of some of these things. And they're wonderful lessons too. There has been a lot of talk about the UPP and what the UPP has done. There is even a run sheet, long. And my usual response to this discourse is, look now, even the blind can see. We all live in Antigua and Barbuda. And unless you are blind, live under a rock, or deaf, or just land from some planet, you know what the UPP has done. And you know too well. You know about the school meals program. Because the money that you used to spend to buy lunch and snack, you could now save it and put it away for more pressing issues. And if you're a teacher, you know that the children's brain, because it's more nourished, allow them to learn a little more. If you're a pensioner, you know you got way more than you used to get. And the little bit that you're getting now, the more that you're getting now, you could show a little bit more in the collection plate. You could help out the little picking again a little bit more. And don't talk about uniform. You think uniform cheap? And so UPP was responsible for us having the good life between 2004 and 2014. International recession notwithstanding. Now, what you don't know is this part. And I've had a conversation quite recently with a very respected, retired public servant, civil servant. And it was about the reputational damage done to Antigua and Barbuda by the Labour Party government. And also the reputational repair undertaken by the UPP in the last administration. And as old people say, only one thing you really have, and is your name. And that goes to for countries too. That goes for country too. And so we better take that seriously. We have to protect our name. Now, quite recently, the lady, she said to me, and she pulled me over, and she said, Lord of mercy, I used to feel so ashamed when I went away to represent Antigua and Barbuda at conferences and meetings. People used to laugh at us. They looked at me with disdain and even pity. And they say, what kind of people in Antigua? Your tolerance level too high. Your tolerance level high for stupidness, for bad government and corrupt politicians. And she continued, but when UPP won, all that changed. The people noticed too, and they changed their tune. And I was able to walk into these meetings, head held high, shame gone, and pride come in. And the UPP lost, and the LP back in, and poof, pride gone, and shame come back again. Scandal after scandal. PM a cuss off IMF woman, and then he has a constant spats with his regional colleagues. And so, the people again asking, what happened to Aya Garrett? But it seems that the Garrett them waking up this time, and plenty of them vex. As the saying goes, plenty of them tiff tone vex. They vex about water. They vex about cost of living. They vex about late pension. They vex about lack of opportunities. They vex about giveaway, land giveaway to alien people. They vex about enrichment scheme and ministers getting dirty rich. They vex about poor governance. All you think this easy? Plenty people vex. In fact, just the other day, I went to see a resident. He asked to see me, and I went to see him. And the first thing he said, even before we reached his gap, he said, "I go vote for you. Sorry, I have to run. I have to run. Something came up, but I got to tell you, I go and vote for you." And as I was about to leave, he looked me again and said, "Come here. And plenty of them go vote for you too, because plenty of them vex. You're going to get plenty vex vote." And I said, "Vex vote?" I said, "Vex vote?" I said, "Vex vote?" He said, "Yes, vex vote. Plenty of them vex. Plenty of them vex." And in my usual jovial and frank way, I said to him, "Me no want no vex vote. A serious vote me want." And we laughed together. Truth be told, though, an election doesn't care what kind of vote. Vex are serious. So just go in the box and make your tick in the UPP box. Harrow Lovell X. Watts X. Pringle X. Marshall X. Potter X. Harriet X. Lewis X. Joseph X. Quinn Williams X. Smith X. Brown X. Thomas X. Bowen X. Yes, Bowen X. And yes, Athill X. Tick all of them. X all of them. So by so. X them. That's right. But let me tell you something. Let me address the vex vote, the issue of the vex nonetheless. Like I told my resident friend, vexness just run out. And vex people just go back. So please, do God bless you. When I make I X, make sure the X mean right. The right choice. The right choice for decency. The right choice for good governance. The right choice for a government and a leader that put you first. Not about self-enrichment. The right choice, UPP. And in St. Paul's, we're moving beyond vex to being reasoned and focused and resolute, because we know that we deserve better. And we also know that we cannot get better with who we have now. So we're not vex, we're moving beyond vex. We understand that ours is the responsibility to develop the community just as we want it. And we believe that we can do this together. So the residents have been huddling and strategizing about a shared vision for our St. Paul as a community that is united, safe, prosperous, and productive. And a community development plan is emerging that emphasizing integration of agriculture and tourism and micro-business and enterprise and sport and folk culture, as well as upgrades in the yachting sector. It necessitates a strengthening of infrastructure to include upgrades in road networks, the modernization of the school plant, the establishment of the polyclinic, yes, that same one is long overdue, and the restoration of heritage sites, all towards making St. Paul a major economic hub, a major contributor to the general national economy. Our community development plan is transformational, and so we hope to facilitate transformation at the lived level that is transforming lives and transforming communities, providing support for maternal and child health, building capacity across the lifespan, taking care of our young people, children, adults, and elderlies, providing support for local business and entrepreneurs, establishing thriving communities through community management systems, responsible use and management of green and blue spaces to include recreational parks in land and sea, Improvement of community health achieved through comprehensive nutrition, sport, and mental health program. Improvement in housing and making provision for residents to own their own homes and have access to land. Now, this is empowerment. This is empowerment. Provision of consistent water. And you can trust the UPP's commitment to improve the water supply through the full engagement of the desalination plant and Pigeon Point, linked through several catchment areas across the community. This is our St. Paul. This is our St. Paul. A St. Paul that is strong, united, and productive. That is our legacy, and that is our choice. So we're going to make that X count for good. Make that X count for UPP. Make that X count for Sherfield Bowen. Make that X count for all Team Redeem. Good night, everybody. Make the right choice.